Hi guys. So I have been working super hard on finding my grandmother. This is like an obsession of mine. um, so I found what I think is her grandfather. I think that's who I want to say. And you know, I so I it's tough. She's a real mystery. Who knew? And I still have yet to figure out where Gray comes from in her name. I don't know where that came from. So, I decided to try the Ancestry message board, and I, put some feelers out there with a little bit of information. And this one person has started messaging me back, and this person, at first I'm thinking, oh well, because the first thing they said is, everything you're saying is conjecture. Okay, I think we figured out by now that I like to put a little flavor onto everything, and that includes my stories here. But the speculation is insane. Like, for example, I found. So I'm looking for A.G. Baker, so my grandmother's father. So I'm looking for him, and I find an A.G. Baker in Iowa, right? So, but it's not his name that caught my attention. Attached to this document I found was Leona Baker, right? Well, what the hell are they doing in Iowa? So it's Leona Baker and a little boy, Baker. I think his name was Harold or something. And then the mother was some other person. Didn't share the name Baker. So I'm not... The first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, well, what's going on here? Did he sly off up to Iowa and, fool around with some woman? And then they went back to, Eva, which would be their mom, and like, is this some mistress's kids, or did the kids go with him for a while? Or, it's just weird, because it was my grandmother's name and her date of birth, her exact date of birth. So it's just bizarre. The only thing I can think of is that, oh, he's fooling around or whatever. No, I don't think. I think it's just coincidence. But this person I'm talking to via text, their little image, their little icon thing is, it's a gray person. You can't tell if it's a male or a female. The name is like, HR Puffin Stuff 425. So I can't tell if it's, a male or a female. But the way they wrote it, it's like, everything you're saying is conjecture. And I'm like, well, of course, I'm so full of shit. It's not funny. It's not even funny, right? No. It's just fun to put a little spice in there and then try and figure out what actually happened, at least in my mind. But this person has actually really been good at teaching me some stuff. So figured out that neither my great-grandmother nor my great-grandfather have been hoeing around. I just have to link the pieces together. So figured out that I have an immaculate conception in my family tree. That would be, I picked a man named John Baker that died in 1903. Dee Dee was born in 1907. So, yeah, I think I picked the wrong daddy. So we'll be redoing that. That's where I'm at right now with Finding Ray. And, I'll just keep cruising along, see what we can find. I feel like I'm starting to make progress, though. So every time you find something, it's a little bit more exciting. So I'll keep going. Hopefully, maybe in February, I'll make a trip down to the Houston, Texas area and see if I can actually look at some legit records and find out the actual info. But for now, I'll just keep doing my research and see what happens.